Did Bob Barker die already in your life?
Who?
Bob Barker, the guy that used to host The Price is Right.
Oh, I thought he did. No?
He just died again.
What do you mean?
I I vividly remember last year, Bob Barker died, and Drew Carey on The Price is Right did this like whole dedication to
Yes.
him. Thank you.
Yes. I
And
remember.
the New
Is this
York
another
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yes. Bob Barker has died. And when he died last year, so many people were like, I remember him dying like 10 years ago. I don't remember that, but I remember him
I
dying
don't remember
last
that.
year. And now he
Yeah,
died
same.
again.
Because like Betty White and
Yes. But like I vividly remember Drew Carey, and I should look it up. I haven't even tried to look it up. But like I remember seeing like this whole thing that Drew Carey did.
Okay, there is an article by Stylecaster. Some fans are confused because they thought Bob Barker died years ago. Pop culture fans were left confused and wondering how many times he's died because they thought he'd been gone years ago.
It's not funny, but like he's died already.
The answer is 2, is what fans are saying. So, in July 2017, Action News 3 reported incorrectly that the Washington native had passed away after sustaining a head injury. They reported Bob Barker was rushed to the emergency room after a fall that split his head open. Several hours later, he was pronounced dead. The 94-year-old former The Price is Right host suffered a nearly 2-inch laceration on the side of his head due to all the fall that he took place near the star's Hollywood Hills home. While it's true Barker had fallen and hit his head at home, people reported at the time. A rep for the former Price is Right host confirms to People that Barker, 93, sought medical treatment after he fell. His housekeeper drove him to the hospital. He was released a few hours later and not suffered any serious injuries.
Well, everybody
So
said
yeah,
he
now
died.
he's truly passed away.
Yes.
How can you just report? How can People Mag just like report that? And
Did you see that like
how many times does this guy have to die?
before somebody's finally like,
messed up.
oh my God, I know. And that's why I'm like, I vividly remember him dying. But
And
like,
this
I
just
guess
says
not.
like it's just proof of just how quickly and deeply misinformation can penetrate the collective psyche.
Well,
So true.
I'm one of them. Because I was dead serious convinced that he died already.
Natural causes 99. Oh, I would be so pissed that if I didn't make it to 100, like at that point.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. My mom's grandma just died a couple months ago at 99. And she's lived by herself this whole time. Like she lived by herself alone, completely unassisted up until she died at 99.
Shit. That's going to be legit Mark's grandmother. She still works 7 days a week at 86. So,
oh my God. Honestly, take
breed.
me out by then if that's what I'm doing. Okay, well, hi everybody. Welcome.
Hey.
This is episode 13, and I don't think we even have a real topic for today. I think we're just gonna bitch about stuff.
We are PIST.
I'm in a hating mood right now. It's been a long day.
It feels so good to be a hater.
Hater by nature, baby. We're gonna get it on t-shirts.
Yeah, I think this is just another like spicy look at things, a hot takes, if you will. Yeah, around different things. And honestly, not gonna lie, Lex put most of the things in this doc this time, and my idea sucked.
No, it didn't. You put the first one that's on this list.
I did.
That was you. Mm-hmm.
Slay.
Did you? I feel like we wrote that long ago.
Yeah, I think we did it together actually. So I'm gonna take half credit for that.
You can have all the credit for that one. But before we dive into all of that, make sure you're hanging out with us on Instagram at Socially Unfiltered Pod. We said it in the last episode, but we are going to be together in person in a couple weeks, and we would love to hear some ideas from you of what we should talk about. If you want to see anything specific, topic-wise or content-wise, let us know. Send them to us. DM us. Text us. Call us. Beep us. Send us a carrier pigeon. Whatever you have to do.
Please.
please. Yeah, so let's just dive right in. But can we actually start
Mm-hmm.
with the whole kid thing? Because I feel like that's like
Yeah.
fresh in our minds right now. So if you haven't seen the egg trend that's going around on TikTok where parents are smashing a fucking egg on their kid's head, it's getting under my skin.
Any like prank like that, I hate seeing. And I even follow this mom of two, and people keep like asking her to do it to her son, Jay. And he's like the sweetest kid ever. Like, he is just an angel kid. And she made a video, which like she shouldn't have even have to make a video explaining why she's not going to make
No.
that video. She's like, I'm not doing that to Jay because she's like, think about it this way. I'm going to tell him that we're going to make brownies together. We're going to like cook together and do something fun. And just as like we're doing it, I'm going to crack that on his head and he's going to be like, well, and the phone is propped up. So he's just going to think, oh, this was just for the video and for you to like make fun of me or mock me or like make me look bad or just like embarrass him on the internet. It's like,
You're
why do you
bullying
want to
your
do?
child.
You're literally bullying your child in front of the world. Like, you're posting that online. That's so mean.
And like, have you
Like,
ever, not that I've really ever like intentionally cracked an egg on my head, but like eggs are hard. Like it's
yes,
not
that would
like,
hurt.
yeah, like it, and that's why I don't like seeing the kids that are like, ow. Like, I don't
Yeah.
like seeing that. You're hurting your child. And I saw one video of a mom. I know I saved it, but it was so long ago at this point. I don't know if I'll ever find it again. But she let her kid do it to her. And I was like, still don't really love that. We shouldn't really be hitting each other
Yeah.
like at all. But her
No.
whole thing was like she was set up the video and made it look like she was gonna do it to her kid and then was like, do you want to do something so silly to mommy? Like, wouldn't this be so funny? And like the kid was like hysterically laughing. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I like that there are people that are turning it around like that. And I don't remember who
Yeah.
it was, but her whole like bit is that she is like mom uncharted, like that girl. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
against all of this stuff because kids are not content and kids
Yeah.
do not need to be the focus of your content. Um,
Yep.
and I had it on here too. Like it started with the Jimmy Fallon show, I'm pretty sure, where he was like asking people to do that to their kids, where he was like, tell them you ate all your Halloween candy.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like on the show and then he was playing the videos and kids are like crying and everyone's laughing and I'm like, how is this enjoyable? Like,
No. And like, did you see that
that's
one where the dad throws like a handful of whipped cream at the kid? I'd have to
maybe.
find it. I don't know if it's like a trend or whatever, but like I saw one video and somebody stitched it and was like, this is so fucked up. Like, why are you
Yeah.
throwing, and the kid's like 2. Like the kid's not like 10 to like
I can't
understand like,
understand why
haha.
you're doing that. Yeah,
No.
even like an older kid, like why embarrass them and then post it online for the sake of a joke or prank or whatever it is? Like the only trend that I thought was so cute was you like well, even not even that I don't know. It just depends I guess how long you leave for, but so they would like put something in front of the kid and be
Oh,
like, "Don't touch it
yes.
until I get back." But
Hmm.
it's like cute and you do that you can do that with your
Kylie did it
dog and
with
be like, "Leave
Stormy.
it." Yes, like you can do it.
Yeah.
And it was so cute just to watch them like I'm being so
Try
patient. Like
hard
it
not
was
to.
yes, try hard, but it wasn't like mean or you weren't like taking it away or smashing
No.
it in their face. It's just
If
like a
anything,
cute
you're
little
teaching them patience.
yes,
Like,
exactly.
I
I should
mean,
also learn that.
same. I mean, if I was left unattended with candy, I don't really know if I'd have the self control not to eat it either. But like, I mean,
No.
I just wish kids weren't in content at all. But like, if they are going to
Yeah.
be, like, let's not make it to where you're legit bullying your kid on the internet.
Right.
It's weird. And like, I just
Or
hate that there's
exposing them, yeah.
so, and like, we've talked about this before. Like, I don't have a lot of like baby pictures and videos and stuff of myself.
Mhm.
And it's like kind of sad, but I'd rather have that than have grown up with my mom shoving a phone or camera in my face every 2 seconds.
Yeah. I literally have I don't have a single video of me and while I mean, I'm sure I would love to see like a few videos, but again, like enjoying the moment, like we always talk
Hmm.
about like having to really realize of like what's content and what is solely for the video. Like are you
Hmm.
just creating that solely to make a video or is it really you being like, "Oh, I really want to remember these memories" or like have a
Right.
scrapbook of content for But like, who is it for at the end of the day? Sometimes I see content and I'm like, who is that for? Like, who is you smashing an egg on your kid's head? Who's that for? Like, who's gonna enjoy? I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing to me, even anything of kids, really. I'm like, why can't you just send that to your family and friends if it's really for family and friends? Like, just send it
Right.
to them. Why does all these creeps on the internet have to see it?
And
Like,
that's what sucks is like I just know there's so many people that are like, I know there are people like that out there, but they don't follow me, or like that wouldn't happen to
mm-hmm.
me. Like nobody wants to fucking think that that's going to happen to them, or that like
No.
your child's photo is on somebody's phone out there. Like nobody wants to think that, but
Mm-hmm.
not even just the Alex girl. I don't know if we've talked about that on here. I invited this girl on
No,
the
we haven't
podcast.
yet.
I invited this girl on the podcast who like
It's
worked
supposed to
in,
be today.
yeah. But we haven't heard back from her yet, but she's really busy
Yeah.
right now, so we're not taking it personally.
No, no. Not
Um,
at all.
but she works like in child, or she worked in child crimes with the government and like child internet
Mm-hmm.
crimes specifically. And you can like I feel like so many different people that either work in that industry or obviously know a little bit more than we do, they say like 90% of the content that people creeps have of kids are just like regular Facebook posts, like regular
Yeah.
Facebook pictures. And we've probably even said this on here before, but like it's not
Mm-hmm.
like it has to be something scandalous for them to want to save it. So like,
No.
oh, everybody just needs to think twice about like what they're posting of their children and who
Yeah.
it's for. Like I love that question. Like who is this for?
Yeah.
Because if
I
it's
mean,
for
I even think that
you,
about my content. Like when I'm
same.
going to post something of like where I am or like a drink I have or like
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm just like who is this for at the end of the day? Is it for me? Because if it's for me, I could just keep it.
Right.
But sometimes yeah, it's like for friends or like what validation are we trying to get from people when we're posting things online? It's like Mark literally hasn't posted in like over a year. And he's like, people in my life know like what I'm up to, or like
Mhm.
I can send them photos. Like, I just really feel icky and weird when I see people post like their kids, or like, I understand, like, I don't have a kid, but they're the center of your world. They're literally
Yes.
your pride and joy. They're your life. But some moments just really need to be for
Kept to
you and
yourself.
not, yeah, especially if like, also, it doesn't even matter if you're a public or private account. At the
No,
end of the
it doesn't
day,
at all because as much
a
as you
lot
don't want to
of
think it, some of your friends and
there's a
family are fucking weirdos.
yes, and you
So,
don't, and it's always the people you don't assume or you don't think.
no. Cuz you
Like,
don't
I can
want
name you
to
a lot of
think like
instances
that.
of people that have come out and you're like, oh my God, I would have never thought this person. I
Yeah.
would have never thought that about this guy. Never thought that about this girl. But it's just, there's
You
so
don't
many
want to
things
think
out
that.
there. You don't want to. And it's like, you can't be naive. You just can't be so naive
No.
and in your own little bubble of like, this would never happen to me. It's like thinking a car crash could never happen to you or getting
Mhm.
sick would never happen to you. Like, it can. And like,
Yeah.
when it does, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I do that? Or
And it's like
like, why
we're
did I think that
so
way?
early into the internet. Like I know it feels like we're not because obviously we have shit like this where I can see you through a video and you're
Yeah.
exactly 777 miles away from me. but like
Crazy.
we are still so early in this entire internet world that like you don't
Yeah.
know what's going to happen in a couple years. Like in a couple years or like okay, here's another great example and I would actually love I meant to show you this earlier. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'm in the process of trying to sue Facebook. And I got a letter today from Facebook's attorneys. So it just made
You
me,
did?
yes, literally, it's my name, my address, blah, 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 Facebook Inc., dear my name. Thank you for bringing your consumer complaint to the attention of the Office of the Attorney General. Your complaint is valuable to us and it gives our office information about problems that individual Californians are facing because I had to file it like through California. So your first step to suing somebody is to go to an attorney general, and that's
Yeah.
what this is. Yeah, I learned that via Reddit because I don't fucking know how to
Of
sue
course.
somebody. And without going into that whole story, basically your information is not safe like on the internet
No.
anywhere. Like just because you have a private account doesn't mean it stays private. So like that's where I was going with this is like just because you're private or like you're very careful about what you're
Mm-hmm.
posting, like your shit is not safe online and your digital footprint
No.
is very real. Like look at what Twitter did or X, whatever the fuck it's called now. They took away the
Mm-hmm.
block feature and now all of a sudden everybody is unblocked. Like
Yeah.
Instagram could decide tomorrow that there's no such thing as a private account and overnight your entire content becomes public.
Yeah.
Like you do not own this platform. But I brought that up because I'm like, your information is not safe because that's what I'm currently
No.
fighting Facebook about is the fact that my fucking information is just floating around out there somewhere and they won't do anything about it.
It's not safe and it's
Yeah.
easily accessible and even
Yeah.
like iCloud, like everything. I mean, if you really want to dive into it, but just the fact that you're posting all these, like, I don't know, just people post way too much. It's like posting in real time. Like we've talked about this too,
Yeah.
where people will say like the restaurant that they're at or
Like
like
stop
the
doing
mall that they're
that.
shopping in, like exactly in real time. I'm like, if you're gonna post after you leave. That's why a lot of
Mm-hmm.
influencers and famous people don't post in real time because they're
Right.
like, people will find you even if you don't tag where it is. People could be like, I know that place.
Have
I'm gonna
you
go there.
seen there's one girl that I'm specifically thinking of, but I know a lot of people do it where they have like somebody will comment on their video, private account, no picture, no information. And again, the one girl specifically that I'm thinking of, like, she finds people via the craziest shit. Like, she'll find one picture that they've posted on Instagram and, like, based,
Yes.
like, she found
And
one
people
girl.
comment and they're like, find me. You can't.
Yes, yes.
And
And
she'll
she
find you.
does. And I'm like,
Yep.
I want your skills. But, like,
People who don't have photos, they
yes,
look through your followers, who
yes.
they're following. Like the
Mm-hmm.
way that you can figure something out is, and you think that it's harder than it is, it's
It's
not. Like,
not. Like, even
and
with what
you're making it
happened,
even more accessible. Like these people
right.
that just share where they are, they share what they do all day, they post their like locations, their kids, what their kids are doing every day. It's like you are literally giving them everything they need. They don't even have to
Yes.
figure it out. Like
Right.
you are giving it to them,
For free.
just
Well,
hand it.
free.
Just send your address.
Like,
Like
just tell them where to pick your kid up at this point. Be like, she's
honestly.
here at this time. Like, it's so sad and scary. And I just hate,
Yeah.
again, that there's like an entire, because it's not, okay. So, I have a video that I screen recorded the other night that I was gonna make a TikTok about. I still might, but it was this live that came up on my TikTok feed. And it was this mom. And
Oh yeah.
did I send this to you? I can't
Isn't it
remember.
like her being like doing the pinky doll trend?
Okay, so that was the second one. So that there
Okay.
was another one before that that I was gonna make a TikTok with, and I probably still will because when I think about it, like it actually pisses me off. But like
Yeah.
she's live cooking and she has two kids in the kitchen with her. One of them is like standing on a chair next to her. The mom's like swinging a knife around, like talking. Like one wrong move and that kid fucking falls on the knife. But the whole thing that made me so mad about it was she would talk to her kids and be like, y'all are driving me up a fucking wall. Like, y'all are pissing me off. Like, talking so
Oh my
fucking
god.
negatively to her kids. And then immediately, like, the switch in her personality is so scary. Like, she would go read a comment and be like, oh my God, thank you. Like, smiling, happy. And then immediately turn to her kid and be like, you need to go pick up your Pokemon cards off the floor. Like, the
Oh my
switch,
god.
it's not fucking normal for somebody's
Yeah.
mother to be live streaming on TikTok talking so fucking nicely to these strangers on the internet and then turn and be a complete cunt to your kids. Like that's not
That's
normal.
insane.
Sorry, I'm literally getting fired up. I don't really like the C word, but I use it when it's necessary.
Oh,
And
that's
I'll
crazy.
send it to you and you can see it, but I'm definitely going to make a TikTok with it. But I need to like crop out the kids' faces cuz like I don't feel right, but like this is not
Yeah.
normal. It's not normal for people to set their phone up and go live. So the one that I did send you was a girl doing the pinky doll trend holding her newborn fucking baby. Like
Yeah.
don't do that. That's weird. And in that one, I don't know if it was
Mhm.
in the screen recording that I sent you, but she has another kid that's like running around
Yeah, running around.
and the kid's like, "Mom, I'm bored. Mom, I want to play." And she's like,
Yeah.
"In a minute." And I'm like, "That's not fucking normal." And I get that a lot of people
No.
do it for money and like financial reasons, but like imagine growing up with your mom like not paying attention to you and just fucking going gang gang on the internet. Like
Gang,
that's
gang.
not normal.
No.
Oh, okay, I need to take a breath. Breathe. I'm gonna back off. But
And it,
like,
again, like, yeah, it's not, we can't control these things, but it's just like, I would hope that maybe someone listening to this or
please.
like, yeah, just take a second and be like, okay, who is this for? Even pay attention to like the positions you're freaking putting your kids in or like the content you're like, we have said this, but it's just so bad. I'm seeing so many like bloggers now on TikTok and every
Mm-hmm.
like mom that's pregnant, like they're posting all these cute things and then they have the baby and it's just like baby content and like it's flooded with them until they grow up and then it's like then they go to school and when do you stop or when how much do you expose because there's people that don't show their kids or like they'll show like a foot or a hand or whatever and like
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. And it's not to say you can't ever show your kid. I'm not trying to
No.
like be like, "Oh my god, I don't want to see any kids on any like I love seeing your
Yeah,
cute
kids are
little
cute.
photos of your kids, but you just really have to be so careful to not make your entire content or everything you post circled around your kid
Right.
because you like almost yeah as much as I want to think everyone's out there that's like good and it's just my family and my friends and like no one is out to get me, no one's out to do anything bad, like I have a private account, like my account's private, but
Mm-hmm.
I just know that there's that dark side of the internet. I know and I've seen literally that child Alex talk about it
Mm-hmm.
of the shit she has seen where it's literally 90% of it is people they know. Like even abusers are like 90% of it is family members or friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's someone that they know and
Yes.
that's just the scary part of it.
You
So,
just need to be careful
yeah,
and like
just
question
be very
again, like
careful.
who is this for? Like, are you
Yeah.
doing this to like validate yourself because your child isn't asking you to do this? And to me, like,
No.
I just think that's weird, in my opinion, to put it nicely. But like, also
Yeah.
look at how far the internet has come in the last 18 years. Like, imagine
Yeah, it's
18
scary.
years from now, your child's employer typing their name in and finding every fucking video you've ever posted of them.
Mhm.
Like, that's
Also, does your
weird.
child want that?
No,
Does your child want to be included in every what if they like don't even want to have social media or be on social media, but like you're not giving them a choice
no.
at the end of
And
the day. Like a lot of people are making money just being like mom creators and I understand that, but it's like we literally talk about this of like big creators that have like 2 million followers that have kids. They know like the dangers that come
100%.
with posting their kids on the internet. They have seen things and yet they continue to post because they get money from it or
Because
people
nobody
love to
wants to
see
think
it.
it happens to them.
No,
And
never.
I get that because, like, a little part of me when we talk about this, I'm like, damn, we sound like the creeps. Like, we sound like the
Yeah.
ones that are like looking at this content in a bad light. But it's
Yeah.
like, once you see one too many videos of people talking about this and like showing different examples and like that Ren
Mhm.
girl, do you remember that when the mom
Yes.
would make her
Yep.
eat fucking hot dogs? Like, are you
Yeah.
joking? Like, that's what I don't get. And the other thing too is like,
Yeah.
kids have no fucking perception of what social media is or even what that amount of people is. So, like, when
Mhm.
you're putting this out of your child, like, you are making that conscious decision to, not your child. So, like, when you
Yeah.
say, like, does your kid even want to be on social media? Like, do they even know what that means? Because,
They don't
like,
even know. Yeah.
no, they have no idea. It just
No.
makes me so angry.
No, the more and more I see, the more I'm like, I don't even want to post if
No,
when I have a child one day, like I don't want to
no.
post a single thing because now with AI and shit, like
Anything's possible.
anything can be created. Anything can be created of my kid doing whatever, being
Yep.
sold wherever. And guess what? You're never going to find it. Like where it's being sold on the black market or on these like
The dark
pornographic
web,
websites.
yeah.
You won't find it, but it's out there unless you have like an actual like FBI agent, which a lot of creators have found of their kids. And that's why they
Mm-hmm.
stop posting their kids
Yep.
because you don't think it's going to happen to you. And then all of a sudden it does. And it's like, that
Mm-hmm.
is so dark and scary. And like, yeah, I hate thinking that way too. I hate that we
Yeah.
can't just be like, oh, just post
So
your kid and your
cute.
cute photos and like whatever with their diapers on and like all
No.
this stuff. Like, but yeah, we see the bad side, and I hate to look at things of like that could be interpreted wrong, that could be looked at wrong. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like weird for that, but at the same time, I'm not, because I know there's so many weirdos
I
that
know.
like would take advantage of that, and it's just like it's so exhausting to like see it and
Mm-hmm.
people not understanding the repercussions of
And
what
that's
they're
why,
doing.
like, I feel like you and I can sit here and say this all day, and we say this to each other
Mm-hmm.
all day, every day. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, look how fucked up this is. Like, this parent should not have
Yeah.
posted this. But, like, I feel like until either you see it, you experience it, you see some of the videos that we've seen,
Yeah.
like, once we get, hopefully, crossing our fingers, get Alex on here to talk about it, like, somebody of this profession or like in this field needs to talk about it, I feel like, before somebody will take it seriously, because like as much as I want
Mm-hmm.
people to take us seriously talking about it, like they
Yeah.
can't, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, and it just sucks because it's one of those things where I want to be like, and I'm not judging you, but like I'm judging
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
I'm judging you really hard, and I don't like that I'm judging you, but also like you as a
Mm-hmm.
parent should want to keep your child safe. Like you should want
Yes.
to, like I've always said, if I ever have a child, I will just pop up one day with a baby. Like I swear to God, I'm not posting it that I'm
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. I'm not posting when I'm due. I'm not posting the size of my baby compared to a piece of fucking fruit.
Yeah.
I'm not posting any of that. Like you can see maybe the, oh my God, that's what I was just gonna say. Is
So like
like,
Kylie Jenner.
yes, literally I want to pull a Kylie Jenner. I saw somebody make a comment on one of Maya Knight's videos because somebody was like,
Mm-hmm.
give us a house tour, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'll show you a couple different rooms, but like, I'm not giving you the full layout of my house. Like, I'm not starting at my
Right.
front door and showing you how to get to my kids' room. And like,
Mm-hmm.
that's really smart. Like, I truly didn't
Yeah.
think about that because, like we said before, like, there are people that will find it's actually really not hard to find house records. Like you can kind of just Google like did this
Yeah.
person buy a house and like it's public. So like anybody could
Mark and I just
find
did that the other day of like these like $1 billion houses, and it literally shows the
yeah, the
names of the
whole
people that own them.
records. Yeah.
I'm like, these are billionaires also. That's like scary because who could
Mhm.
be targeting them? It's
Right.
like anything like that of if people know where you live or like the location, like it's it's the internet is just like so easy to find whatever you want to find and do
Right.
whatever you want to do on
I
it, and
found
it's like
somebody's address from their license plate. I told you about that, right? When I got like really bad, I don't know if I should tell this
yes.
story. I got such bad road rage one day. Well, no, I didn't even get road rage. Somebody cut me off in traffic and he flipped me
Right.
off for riding his ass because I'm like, you just cut in front of me. How are you going to turn around and flip me off?
Yeah.
So I took his license plate number and I went to peopleinfo.com and I typed in the license plate and it pulled up. I mean, I had to pay like $25 for it, but like pulls up, but that's a small price to pay if you're like a weird fucking stalker that wants to find where somebody
Right.
lives. I just wanted to
Well,
prove to
yeah, because you're
myself that
like,
I
God
could do
forbid he's
that.
gonna follow me. Yeah.
I honestly,
I
the
mean,
reason
it's so easy. You just pay $20.
yeah, but like I need
Find
to just
anything
like
out.
disclaim the reason I wanted to do that was because I was gonna write him a letter to tell him how much of a dick he was that day, but then I was scared. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, it took me 7 seconds and $25 to find somebody's address, full name, phone number from a
Yes.
license plate number.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope
That's
nobody
it.
hears that and is like, this bitch is psycho. But like, he
Well, that's why I'm like scared to do anything when you're
ever.
driving. Like my mom always says that she's like, someone could just pull out a gun on you, or
I
like
think about
they could
that
find my
all the
address.
time. Literally, I think about it
Yeah,
all the time because people are
me
such
too.
bad drivers in Charleston. And I'm like, the way I want to just like flip this person off right now, but anybody could legit
Hmm.
pull a gun out on you in the
Yeah.
middle of
I've
traffic.
had like a wicked scary instance too happen before where I was driving back and I was with two of my friends, one in the front, one in the back, and we were like getting off and I like almost missed the exit and I like merged over, which I didn't cut the guy off. Like he had plenty of room, but he sped up on purpose.
No,
So he was like
that
super
scares
close to
me.
me after that. And he's like riding my ass, riding my ass. And I'm like, what the hell? Then he goes around me, stops his car, and proceeds to get out of his car,
Mm-mm.
open his the back door. He opens his back door to try to like get something out of the car. The way I shit my pants because I was 18. I was like, what do I do? Like, also been only driving for like a year and a half. I didn't know what to do. I should have went the other way. I should have like turned around and just like booked it the other way. I went around him and kept going. He runs past me again at a light, almost
Mm-mm.
hits cars. Then we're like trying to turn left at this little, and he's going right, and we're like this next to each other. I'm on the phone with like the cops. I'm like, I'm so scared. Like, and he's yelling out the window, and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna kill us. And then I remember dropping my friend off and coming back. I was gonna be coming back like towards my mom's place, and he was parked
No.
next to the street I lived on. I'm not even kidding. And I had to drive by him, and I still remember like looking, and we both made eye contact, and I was like, he's
Mm-mm.
coming after me. Like, that's, I didn't go home, obviously.
I was gonna
I
say,
went and
like, in that
sat in
situation,
like,
you need to, like, loser lap, like, around. Do not pull
yes, I
into
went
your
and sat in like the
driveway.
Olympia parking lot. I was calling Mark's dad, like
Olympia Sports.
crying. Yes, no longer there. But I was like,
RIP.
I'm gonna freak out. Like, this guy's gonna kill me. So that was terrifying. So
That's
yeah, be
so
careful on the
scary.
road too, because that's
Well, and, like, we've talked about, too,
a
like,
scary place.
if you're somebody who goes on, like, the same running route every day,
Yeah.
if you're somebody who drive, like, I think about this all the time because, like, Ethan leaves at the same time for work pretty much every day. And I'm like, our
Mm-hmm.
neighbors all know, like, there's one car in
When
our
he goes.
driveway after 7
Yeah.
a.m. So it's like, I
Same.
always think about that where I'm like, everybody around us who's like observant, like, can clearly see that
Yeah.
I'm the only one home right now
Mm-hmm.
every day after 7 a.m.
No, I live my life like I'm gonna get killed any second.
I know we talked about this the other day. I legit do a full sweep of my house when I get home. Like, I open every closet, I look in the shower curtains, and I said this to you the other day. I'm like, I don't
Yes.
go into this like prepared. Like, I'm just willy-nilly like opening this closet door and I'm like, if somebody
Right. Like,
is
I
in
don't
here,
have
I have
anything in my
no,
hands.
I have nothing to protect
I'd be like,
myself.
hey,
I told you I
no,
ordered a
nothing. But
baseball bat the other night on Amazon because
mm-hmm.
I keep having dreams about somebody coming into our backyard and it's stressing me out so bad that I bought a baseball bat to like keep next to my bed.
Well, I saw something. It's like if someone breaks into your house during the day, they want your things. If they're breaking in at night, they want you. And then I saw somebody else. I'm like on safety TikTok for some reason, but I saw some other girl say
Was
that she keeps her.
It was Killer Bee Tactical, wasn't it? That said
Okay, I love him.
love him.
Yes,
Literally,
I
he's why I got door
love.
buddies.
Yes, I
Because I was
always see him talk about that
oh, I love him.
and checking all like I love him.
The
He's like,
hotel stuff. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's
Sorry, I
so
didn't mean to
smart. Like
cut you
we'll be
off, but
doing all this.
yes, I know
No,
he
I knew you
said
would
that.
know.
Like, I knew he was, I've heard him say if it's in the day, they want your stuff. If it's at night, they
Yes.
want you. And like, that
Yep.
stuck with me.
Same.
Like, that, I mean, it
It's
still
terrifying.
sticks with me. Yeah, I just think I'm gonna get murdered all the time. Like, it's honestly probably
Yeah.
not healthy for like my cortisol levels, but like, I can't help it. Like, I'm
I can't
looking,
either. I'm like, I watch too much shit. I know too much. I'm not.
right.
But then we also said we're like, if there was like end of the world or like
Oh,
something was like we're not fighting for
no,
survival.
take me
Like
out. I'm the first one
I'm
to go.
good.
Because I've said that to Ethan too. I'm like, what are we like? Hypothetically, it was when we watched The Last of Us. Did you watch that?
I feel like I have.
You should if you haven't. With Ellie and Joel, the dad, or not? He's technically not her dad. It's a guy and the girl. It's legit.
Oh
So
wait, no, I don't think I have.
you should. We subscribed to HBO. I think that's what it was on. Whatever channel it's on, we
Oh, global
subscribed to.
pandemic.
Yes. So the whole like thing is this virus breaks out and it's spread via yeast in breads. So I'm like, great, I'm going to be the first one to go because I eat a loaf of sourdough bread
My
every
sourdough.
day. Basically, like a large chunk of the population dies and there's like the infected and the not infected. And when we were watching
Mm-hmm.
that show, it's like cities have like they're completely abandoned. There's like like greenery growing in them. Like everywhere you go, you have to be quiet because the things are attracted to noise. Like when we watched that
Oh, like A
show,
Quiet Place.
yes, it's
You know
very much
that
like,
movie?
yep, it's very much like A Quiet Place, but it's literally
I
one of
think
the
I
best
would
shows
really
I've
like
ever
that,
seen.
actually.
You
On
would.
my to-do list tonight.
So
What
Ethan
is it
made me
on?
play the video game of
Oh,
it.
Hulu. Perfect.
Yes, Ethan made me play the video game of it before we watched the show because he was like, "You
Mm-hmm.
need to like get the full effect." Because I think I've talked about this on here before. Ethan and I like don't really watch movies. We'll like play a
Yeah.
video game, and I'm like, "Does that make me like a closet nerd?" I don't really care. But like we had a whole conversation during like while we were watching that show and playing the game where I was like, "Ethan, like if this were to happen in real life, I'm not
Oh,
fighting for
yeah. Count me
survival to
out.
live in a
No.
world where I have to like carry weapons and like fight things off. Like,
Yeah.
not to sound like a weak ass
For
bitch, but like,
what?
just let me go.
For
Yeah,
what?
for what? For what?
For what?
There's no, and like,
You're gonna reinvent a new world?
no. And if you are, I don't want any part of that.
I can barely make myself lunch. Okay.
Legit.
I'm not.
Do you see everything around us right now? The access we have to the internet and resources, and I'm still fucking struggling, okay?
My 5 desktops can't come with me. It's
No.
over.
If there's no internet, I don't want to be here. And I don't say that in like a first world problems kind of way. I say that in like legit, like we get answers to things via the internet, which I guess is like a first world problem. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not fighting to survive in like medieval times. I can't. I have no desire for
It's like
that.
yeah, like I love these kind of shows though. It was like the 100. Did you watch that on Netflix?
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Oh, so good. The
Mhm.
chokehold that had on me.
Yes.
But like shows like that, I'm like, I just why? Why do I need to?
Not a chance.
I don't know. Good on you if you got that driving
Yeah,
you to
And
keep
like
going,
Ethan
but-
says, he's like, I hate when you say that because like he's dead convinced that he would survive a zombie apocalypse. And honestly, I really think he would. But like, imagine me having to survive a zombie apocalypse. Like,
I think honestly, I think Mark would survive.
I think a lot of people would.
Someone that's not watching on YouTube.
As we're talking about surviving a zombie apocalypse.
He's army crawling behind me to get a charger.
See, he's being resourceful. He's being tactical. Could not be me. I would just walk in the background.
No. I'd be like, okay, well, or I'd be like, well, can't get my charger. Too
Yeah,
bad, not doing work.
Too bad. Too bad. I think about that all the time. I'm like,
Oh my
like we
God.
said in the coffee shop with Brie, I'm like, if I walk in and there's no table available, like that's my sign
I'm
to
out.
leave. Yeah.
I can take a hint. I can read the room.
I can read
okay?
the room. Because we've talked about
read it
this. Like,
very well.
imagine an apocalypse and you have to like carry your children with you. And then you're not only
No.
fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your kids. Like, my dogs? Are you kidding?
I would fight for my dogs.
Oh, I would fight for
to
them.
the death.
I would fight.
Not for me.
Yeah, no. But like I think about that too. I'm like, what if something happened to me in a zombie apocalypse and they're just out there
Yeah.
fucking living their best life?
Mm-hmm. This should we think about, dude. Are we gonna have time to talk about the rest of
No,
the things?
no, this was it.
I think this episode is just like.
Just so everyone knows, we had like a whole list of stuff we were going to talk about, but we really went down a rabbit hole on that.
Oh my God! Hello.
I hope somebody listening to this though is like, wow, same. Like, I don't think I would fight to survive a zombie apocalypse either.
I think honestly, that's what we needed.
No, and now
We
we
just
can't
needed a
change the subject to the
non-planned-
other stuff. We can't talk about our hot takes in social media after talking about kids and zombie
no.
apocalypse. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I love that for us.
I know.
Sorry, everyone. We'll do better next week.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you'll see us next week. But, oh wait, we were gonna debrief the new songs.
Oh,
Lena and Miley, obsessed with both of them.
Good thing I stopped
And
crying just in time to record this episode. I've literally been crying since Friday over these songs. Like legit bawling over Miley Cyrus. Um
Lex is having a little crisis because she's gonna turn 30 soon.
yeah, and Miley Cyrus put this song out about how she used to be fun and used to be crazy and used to be wild, and now she's not because she's 31 years old, and I'm like, my heart, like this is literally
Yeah, but look at her. She's 31 and she's thriving.
thriving.
She's not married, she doesn't have kids, and she's literally living her best life.
Yep.
Oh, and Fiona messaged us, or she messaged me actually on Socials by V, because you know how we talked about Tish Cyrus and like the divorce and all of that?
Mm-hmm.
She said, also, more insight into Tish and Billy Ray. Tish has a podcast I listened to, and she was definitely trying to hide Billy's darkness for him. She made it sound like they were still together before the divorce at the time that things were good, but the things she was saying just felt weird, like he was living in the guest house or something and smoking all day and whatnot. This was like summer of 2021, I feel like. So it's called Sorry We're Stoned. So we'll have to listen to that.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
like,
thank you for bringing that to our attention.
thank
We were
you,
talking
Fiona.
about Miley too, and she told me that Tish had a podcast, and I was like, what? I had no idea. Because it's her and
I knew they did because I just saw it like recently or something because I was stalking when I was looking all the stuff up about. Okay, here we go. I was looking the stuff up about Doja Cat. Then I stumbled upon Noah Cyrus being demonic as hell. Then I went to her Instagram page because I was like, what's her Instagram about? Then I saw a picture with Tish. So then I went to Tish and I was like, oh, what's she up to? Oh, she just got married. Oh, Miley was in the wedding. Cool.
The
Then literally
rabbit
that
hole.
same day, then I was like, boop, 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 boop. And then I went to Brandy, and then I saw they had a reel, Sorry We're Stoned, and it's like Tish lighting up a blunt, and I'm like, oh my god,
I
they have
love
a
that for them.
podcast.
And it's with Brandy,
So yeah,
right?
that's
Like
how I
it's
got
Tish
there.
and Brandy.
It's Tish and Brandy, and
Yeah.
it's Sorry We're Stoned.
Yeah, we need to listen to like maybe we should ask Fiona to give us like the first episode that we need to listen to. Or do we just start at the beginning? Like give us a really
Oh,
good
and they just had
juicy
an
one.
episode on the 24th about we're rolling with Brandy and MT and a live audience. Everyone is gathered in LA for the you know what. The secret's out. Tish is married, or at least she will be when you're listening to this episode. Oh, that's cute. Oh my god, a Tisharette. They threw her a Tisharette party. That's
Wait.
cute.
We should listen to that episode.
You can call in questions.
Oh.
It says be sure.
Oh. This
We
is
are
gonna be my
doing
new
that.
hobby.
Be sure to call in your wedding questions because next week these two will be answering them for you.
Veronica,
we get an
we
in-person
legit
high
have to
design.
do this, like,
we have
right
to do
now.
this.
Should we do it right now?
Yes. How do I call in? Hold on.
What's the phone number?
Be sure to leave us a voicemail at 1-516-7-stoner.
That's so good. Okay, I got it. Wait, what should we ask? How the wedding was?
Why didn't
No.
Noah and
No, because she won't answer that.
Hey, stoners. You've reached Sorry We're Stoned with Tish and Brandy. Leave me a message for our Dear MP segment. Can't wait to hear from you. Love ya.
Hey, Tish and Brandy. This is Lex and Veronica. You're actually on our podcast right now. We're calling this in while we're recording an episode. So we are just letting you know how excited we are for you. We loved seeing the pictures from your wedding. We actually really want to know where your wedding was because it was absolutely beautiful. And we hope that you are lighting up the largest blunt you've ever smoked in your life to celebrate. And we hope that you will come get unfiltered with us. If you want to hang out with us on Instagram, it's at Socially Unfiltered Pod. We love you guys so much. And thank you for sharing your lives with us via podcast. Okay, love you. Bye.
so cute.
So imagine she plays that. Like, there's no way.
I
right?
will like
I'll die.
I'm gonna like binge all her.
I
Well,
know.
Let me see when the oldest to the newest. Okay,
Yeah, when
so
did this podcast come out? I actually think
Oh
I
my God,
asked
their
Fiona
first
that.
episode 1 was 2020. How have we not like?
No, I didn't know about this until she told us that a couple days ago. Like, I had no idea this was a thing. But now I want Miley. Has Miley ever been on it? Do you think?
I just found out this was a thing for my deep dive because they posted something about it. Because when I was stalking Noah and all of that, I
like that it says, "Hey, stoners."
know. Oh my god! Wow, we have a lot of episodes to catch up on. Then
High on the Hog isn't the name of an episode. Damn.
I love them. Crop tops, thirst traps, and zebras. Oh my.
Yeah, sign me up. Whatever that's about. Wait, I
Oh my
like
God,
that
I
they
can't
call
wait
her
for our
Tizzle.
episodes, and I know they call her so many different things.
Damn, that's crazy. I love that
Yeah,
for
this
her.
is wow. I just
And
thought this
us.
was new, but good for them.
Good for them. But yeah, so
I
Miley
love it.
Cyrus's song that came out legit made me have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Selena's was absolutely incredible. Like it was the high to the low that I
Uh
needed.
huh. It
Um,
was like the perfect, yeah, because if they both were like upbeat, I mean, it would have been good still, but I think it's
yes.
like perfect. You listen to Miley, you get a little sad. You listen to
Mm-hmm.
Selena, you get like upbeat and fun. And do we know the backstory of kind of like this song that people are saying, allegedly,
I was just gonna ask
is
you if you heard this.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
you know the song Pop Star by Drake and how Justin Bieber was the one that was like lip syncing the entire song in the music video,
Mm-hmm.
and how the lyrics are Ariana, Selena, my visa. So
Mm-hmm.
my visa is technically Hailey Bieber. So they're saying that September is their 5 years of marriage and he'll be single soon because he'll get his citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying the whole reason why he proposed to Selena, she figured out that he needed his citizenship. So that's why 2 months later he was getting married to Hailey, because he knew that was going to for sure happen because she was obsessed with him. And then 5 years later, he has his citizenship in September. It'll be next month. So I don't know. We'll see if this is true or not. I don't think it is, but like
A little part of me
it's
wants
funny.
it to
Like
be though. Yeah.
a little part of me wants it to be true because he's looks so freaking miserable. Like I've never
Right.
seen that man look happier in the SZA music video in the
He's
last.
like
He hasn't even been that happy with
cheesing.
Selena.
No,
Like
he's
he
cheesing.
is that man.
Living
We
his
saw a
best
TikTok
life.
video of this woman that like was stitching it, and she goes, "One thing I know about him, that man loves his melanin queens."
He does.
He
And then you
does.
look at Haley and it's like, what? Because
Right.
like even
Like everyone he's
Selena's
ever
what,
been with.
Latina? Like he
Yes.
loves the vibes of
Yes.
anybody but Haley Bieber. It's
Right.
not okay.
And even I just saw pictures today from her event in Times Square, and he's just Miz. Like I've
He
never
looks
seen that man
Miz all the time.
smile all the time, and everyone's gonna play it off of like there's gonna be a whole episode too of like
know.
the entire freaking, but like everyone
rabbit
plays it off
hole.
of he's just mentally ill and blah blah blah, and it's like no, because that man in that video, he's not an actor.
No.
Come on.
And he looks real happy.
Real happy, yeah.
Um,
So that was, but yeah, everyone was like kind of making it a joke because she made that video of like that sound from Sex and the City of like, it's over, I told my wife, and she's
Yeah.
like, who is this? And it's just such convenient timing around everything of her
Mhm.
knowing maybe that it's going to be September is like 5 years.
And even if
And-
that's not like intentional,
Yeah.
it's still really funny that like
Yeah, it's funny to like
imagine
shoot shit about. I
Right.
mean, there were 7 songwriters on that song with her. Like we've talked about this too before, of how many people write songs. On Miley's there was only 3, her and 2 others. On Selena's song there's 7 other writers, so 8 people wrote that song, which
That's
is like
crazy.
crazy to think about. But
Did you I know I like harassed you to watch it, but in the backyard session that Miley did, going
Yeah.
back to her, she talks about how like in the song Used to Be Young, like at the end, you know how you can kind of hear like in her singing that she's smiling? Like you can hear like it's the part where
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, but God, was it fun?
God, was it
Yeah, you
fun?
can like
Yeah,
hear her
yeah.
laughing. So in that backyard session, she explains how they filmed the music video for that. And she said the way that the camera was, she could see her mom. Like her mom was there while she was filming it. So like when she was
stop.
singing it, it was like she was saying it like to her mom. And it just made me so happy. I was like, that is the
just got
cutest. I
chills.
know. And
I
that's
literally
why
just got chills everywhere.
she's like,
So
I'm
cute.
turning into my mom's mini me. So like when I could look in the
Yeah,
camera
she
and
is.
see her, like it just made me like so much more emotional.
Oh. I literally have chills all
It's-
up,
no,
up
I'm
and down
telling
my
you.
body. Like that's
Even if you
So
don't
cute.
watch the whole backyard session, like find the clips on TikTok of her talking about that video because it was
Yeah.
so cute. I legit was bawling the entire time. Ethan was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm absolutely not okay." And then she started singing Climb out of nowhere and I was like, "I'm really not okay now." Like I was bawling.
Even worse.
Bawling.
Oh my god.
And I didn't
I
even
literally loved her in The Climb because I'm like, the character's name is Veronica. I wanted so badly to be called Ronnie, and nobody called me that.
Do you want me to start calling you that? I'll start calling you
No.
that if you want.
It's too late.
It's never too late to change your name.
That's true.
You never know. And
But
then
like, I never even liked V. I always wanted to be Ronnie, but whatever.
Ronnie. But nobody.
Because I wanted to be her.
I have an aunt, Ronnie.
I used to take pictures like her. Like, I remember when all those pictures, like the sexy pics of her leaked back in like
Oh
middle
my
school.
god,
Where she's
yes.
like, I would take pictures like
That high angle.
to try to look like her. And I'm like, sis, you have no eyebrows. You don't look like her.
Do less. Do way less. But keep doing it because it makes for a good story.
Yes,
It's because
but I'm
we
gonna
used to be
stand.
young and we were stupid and
Yes.
fun.
Mhm.
Did you, I know I sent you the screenshot of it, but Ariana's like remastered songs that came out, and there's
Yeah.
3 different versions of the Mac Miller song. One's like
Yep,
half
I
in
saw that.
Spanish, and then she also put a song with Big Sean on there, and I'm like, how do you put out like a remastered album
How do you
like
get
that?
off of like profiting off of all these
2 of your exes.
yeah,
One who's
I
dead.
just-
Like, it's weird.
right.
But did you, I don't know if you listened to any of them, but in one of the remastered versions of The Way, she takes away like all of the instrumentals, like when Mac Miller is singing. So it's like a completely different vibe. And it's like, like it gives me chills to listen to it. It's so good. Like, it's so, oh, it like is so sad. But it's so good.
Wait, she took away. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant she took away him singing,
no,
and I
no,
was
no.
like, "What?"
In the song,
did
like
she do
she
that?
stops the the music part of the song goes really quiet, and you just hear Mac Miller singing, and it's the
Oh.
most like bone chilling, like in a good way,
Cute.
feeling that you get from hearing it. But yeah, I still can't figure out if any of those songs were new. I think they were all just like remade of old ones because I'm not like super
I think-
super familiar with a lot of her music.
Me either, but I think this is like a album that was already out.
But like,
You
what
know, what
is
reminded me a lot of Mac.
Wait, what?
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say
say mine after.
it's so crazy that Miley, Selena, and Ariana all put music out on the same day. Like,
I know.
is it 2010?
Well, isn't August 25th for Miley though? It was like the day of Wrecking Ball. Isn't that the day that it was?
Yeah, so in
Released?
that backyard session, she said there's 3 really important reasons why this song is coming out on August 25th. It was the 10-year anniversary of the Wrecking Ball video, the 10-year anniversary of the VMA performance. Yep, and it's Billy Ray Cyrus's birthday. So like she wanted like apparently that day just like has a lot of meaning for her. But yeah, she was like, this wasn't
Cute.
random. Like I chose this. And then she
Yeah.
also said that she wrote the song like 2 years ago and that she's just been like perfecting it ever since. And she said like the song has grown with her as she's grown. And like, oh
Cute.
God. I like actually can't listen to it though because it makes me cry.
Yeah,
Like
it's cute. I was like teary-eyed in the car today when I was listening to it.
yeah, I
I
have
was showing
to,
it to my mom, and I was like telling her the story. I'm like, so this song is basically about her, and like she talks about all the things she went through, and now she's older, and like
and your mom just loves it because you
stupid
love
shit
it.
she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was like, "This is good, honey." She loves Selena's. She's so funny.
Yeah, Selena's
God.
is so good too. It was just Miley's like hit me
Yeah.
in my feels like
yes, different
real
vibes.
hard. Yeah. But I don't know.
I was-
I'm convinced Selena did that because they're gonna get a divorce, but not that I would ever wish
Which like,
ill on anyone's marriage.
I
But
just want him to be happy, and he's just very much not. And if you think that he is, you're just lying to yourself.
correct.
I don't even
That's-
care if he's with Selena. I'm just like, I
No,
want
I
him
don't
to
want
be
them to
happy.
be together.
I
think she's better than him.
Yes, and I love him and I love her, but they're not for each other. I don't think either. I just think
No.
he needs to be like, how can you go after like 10 years of on and off with somebody? Because I know there's a line between that too. But to marrying 2 months later, like there's a reason. Because like his visa was up in 2018, and that's when him and Selena were like back, and that's when he proposed. Like there was, I don't know, there's all this stuff about how he proposed and she said no, and like Dumois
Right.
confirmed it.
Dumois.
So it's like,
Blind
yeah,
items,
Dumois.
man.
I
Blind
know.
items get me.
I was gonna say who reminds me of Mac Miller is Angus Cloud. So sad about him passing away too.
Yeah, like
Like
that was
awful, but he reminded me so much of
he was
Mac Miller.
asked to play Mac Miller in a documentary that they were going to make, and then I'm 99% sure the documentary got like canceled because nobody on Mac Miller's side wanted them to make it, or not a documentary, sorry, it was going to be like a scripted movie, and they wanted him to play Mac Miller.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. But
Right.
yeah, he reminded me so much of him. I was like, wow.
Yeah, like
So
identical.
sad.
Yeah, what a time. What a time. I can't believe we just did
What
a
a
whole
roller
episode
coaster.
literally
I know.
without anything from the notes that we took. I don't know if you saw, I changed the description. So for anybody who doesn't know, like when we are like writing the description of the episodes and stuff, I'll like look at our notes to be like, okay, like this is what we talked about. I literally just wrote, who knows what this episode is about, like in our notes, because like who knows what this episode is about at this
Not
point.
me. I mean, a lot of it is safety. I feel like we talked about a lot of
Yeah,
safety
I mean-
things because that's been like a theme for me on my like For You page
Yes.
recently.
Yeah,
Of like
it's
seeing stuff that pisses me off of these like
children,
creators and all
parents.
these children.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm just like, oh my God, stop.
I
Like,
know.
everybody.
It's crazy. And like I know we kind of shared it. Well, I shared a post about it on our story, but Illinois just passed the law that like parents have to give their kids a certain amount of money that they're making from social media, and there's like a lot of like stipulations with that like if you really look
Yeah.
into it, like it's not really protecting kids at all. The kids aren't actually going to
No.
get a lot of money from this, but like it's a step in the right direction that like to me, I don't think kids should be
Yeah.
on social media at all.
I'd be fine not seeing anyone's kids.
Literally.
Honestly. Like, I'll see them in person.
Yes. And
That's
that's not
fine.
to
Or,
say that I
like-
don't think
or
your
if
kid is
you-
cute, but like I don't
Right,
need to see
yeah.
it all the time. I say
No,
it.
because I would rather
Yeah.
not see it than something
Bad
happen.
happen. Yes.
Yes.
Not
1,000%.
circle back to that, but yeah,
I know.
we got a whole different episode planned, and I was gonna say
Yes.
we'll just move that to next week, but we can't move it to next week because we have Cass coming on next week, which is
Oh, yeah.
so exciting. So
So exciting.
this episode will come out on the
Yes.
4th, and then we record with her to come out the
Uh-huh.
next week. So if you don't already follow her, her Instagram is Cass Class, and it's class with a K. She
Yes.
is a
CASS.
fucking rock star.
Yeah.
Like she's
unbelievable.
so good at what she does, and I'm obsessed with her content. I'm obsessed with her.
Me too.
We are
shoot,
having
everything.
Yeah, no, literally, her brand pictures that she just did are incredible.
Yeah.
She's
Yep.
so good at like turning your brand into something more than just like some random posts. And we have her coming
Yeah.
on next week to. I don't know if we're going to talk with her about anything specific, but just lots of questions for her and have her talk to us a little bit about what she does and like her process and everything. So I'm pumped for that.
Same.
And then we have we have 2 more episodes before we're in person. So coming up very quick. And like we kind of
Yeah.
said at the beginning, like send us ideas or topics or anything that you want us to talk about while we're together. And we also, did we say it last episode? What we're doing,
Yes.
or did we just say
No. Something
is coming
for social media managers.
I'm like, I can't remember
Something
exactly
free.
what you said. Yes, something free is coming, and we're going to be working on that while we're in Dallas. So keep an eye
Yeah.
out for that. We'll post about it on Instagram. But yeah, an exciting next few weeks coming up with episodes. I hope this episode doesn't scare you away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'd be like that sometimes.
It sure do
But
be
yeah,
like
thanks.
that.
Thanks for tuning in. Send us any questions. So Cass focuses a lot on like converting content and selling on social media, which is not something that we specialize in. So it will be nice to have a perspective on that and like again her process. So if you have any questions about like, and we can put something up on the story too.
Yeah, we'll put it up
for
the day that we record
before
with
next
her.
week. Yeah, so we can just put that up and just remember to like send us a question or something for her. But any questions you have about like converting on social media, content that converts, selling, like she focuses a lot on that and she is damn good at it.
Yeah,
so
she's so good.
we are very excited to
Yes.
learn something from her, have her on, and share a little bit about herself.
Yes.
So yeah, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for dealing with our crazy ass.
If you've made it this far, you deserve an
Yeah.
award. Thank you for being
Yes.
here.
Go
We
get a
love you.
treat. A treat.
Yeah, you deserve a little treat. Go treat yourself today. Because we told you
Yes.
to. That's your validation. That's the sign you've been looking for.
That's all you need. Okay, we love you.
Love you so much. Bye.